Hello everyone, welcome to VMS class. Till now, we have seen the primary or primitive data types in Python, which includes the integer, float, complex, string, and boolean. If you notice that in all those data types, we are going to store a single value. But when you want to store multiple values, for example, you are building an online shopping application. A customer buys laptop, mouse, keyboard, and headphones. Four items the customer has purchased. Can we store all these products in one variable here? No, right. We are going to use four different variables, right? Now, instead of creating multiple variables, Python provides collections data types that allows us to store multiple values together. Okay, instead of storing four values in four different variables, now you can store four values in a single variable. That is nothing but collections. A collection of multiple values can be stored under a single variable. Python provides four built-in collection data types, which includes list, tuple, set, dictionary, and each one is designed for different purpose. It means we have four different types of collections to store four different categories of data. And in this video, I am going to introduce these data types: list, tuple, set, and dictionary. Again, we are going to discuss in detail in the upcoming lessons. Like we are going to cover the list, how we can create a list, what are the different ways, what are the different methods of that. In the same way, tuples, set, dictionary, we are going to discuss in detail about each data type in the upcoming lessons. But in this video, I am going to introduce the basic idea of how you can create these four different types of data types. In some textbooks, these data types are also called as a data structure. In some places, we are going to call it as a sequence, or sometimes we will call it as a collections. All are interchangeably used. The first type here, list. List stores multiple items in a single variable. If you take this example, fruits equal to square brackets. Inside that, we are going to pass all the items with the comma separated value. So list is going to be created using this square brackets. Inside that, items will be separated using comma operator. If you print fruits, it is going to print all the items. Some of the examples where you can use this list: if you take Amazon shopping cart, all the list of items will be stored. Spotify playlist, if you want to store student marks, to-do list. In all these examples, you can create a list. And some of the important points about the list: list is a ordered collection of items. So there is a specific order. And once the list is created, you can change. So lists are changeable. Okay. It allows duplicate values. So the list also can store duplicate values. Okay. We are going to discuss more about this in the upcoming lessons. Don't worry. Just as of now, understand what is a list, how we can create it, some of the examples of the list. The second data type in the collections is tuple, which is similar to a list, but its values cannot be changed after the creation. So in the list, you can change the elements, but in the tuple, you cannot change the elements. If you take colors equal to the parenthesis, to create a tuple, we are going to use this parenthesis. All the items are separated with comma operator. If you print colors here, all the items will be printed like this. Remember, list is created using the square bracket, but tuple is created using the parenthesis. When you can use the tuple, when you want to store GPS coordinates, you want to store RGB color values, or you want to store the months of a year, at the time you can use this tuple. Some of the important points about this tuple is also ordered collection, but it is not changeable. Tuple is immutable. Once the tuple is created, you cannot change the elements. And tuple is also allowing the duplicates. Okay, we are going to discuss the properties again in the upcoming lessons. The third type of collection is a set. A set stores only unique values. If you notice that list or tuple, it is allowing the duplicate values, but the set is not allowing any duplicates. Numbers equal to 10, 20, 30, 20 and 10. If you print numbers here, it is going to print 10, 20 and 30. You can notice that the duplicates values are removed automatically. You can see that 10 is present in the set 2 times and 20 is also present 2 times, but in the output you are going to get only 1 time. Set stores only unique values. When you want to store the unique visitors, you want to store unique product IDs, unique email addresses, at the time you can use set data type. Some of the important points here: set is unordered. There is no order, there is no sequence in the set elements. Set is not allowing the duplicate values, right? So no duplicate values are allowed. But we can change the elements. Set is a changeable collection type. The fourth type is a dictionary. Dictionary stores data as key value pair. If you notice that I am creating a dictionary object here, student equal to curly brace, name Sudhakara, marks 95. You can see the item. Each item is a set of key colon value pair, and each item is separated with a comma operator. Now we have 2 elements or 2 items in this dictionary. When you print this student object, it is going to print all the items present in the dictionary. When you have the data in this form, you can store the items into the dictionary. When you want to store the student records, employee details, product information, API responses, JSON data, at the time you can use the dictionary. Some of the key points about this dictionary: dictionary is going to store the data in the form of key value pair. Dictionary is ordered. In the older versions, dictionaries are unordered, but the latest versions, dictionaries are ordered. And dictionaries also can be changeable. We can change the key value pairs. And keys must be unique. In the dictionary, the values can be having a duplicate values, but the keys must be unique. It means that the left hand side value, key, name, marks. So these keys must be unique. Okay. Let's briefly compare about these collections. So list is going to store multiple values. Tuple is also going to store multiple values. Set multiple values. Dictionary is also going to store multiple values. So that is the reason all these list, tuple, set, dictionary are called as collections. When coming to the ordered, list is also ordered, tuple is also ordered, dictionary is also ordered, but set is unordered. There is no order in the elements. When you take the mutable property, list is mutable, we can change the elements. Tuple is immutable, we cannot change the elements. Whereas set and dictionary are also mutable, we can change. Coming to the duplicate values, list tuple is going to allow the duplicate values, but set is not allowing the duplicate values. But in the case of dictionaries, there is a key value pair. Okay, values can be duplicated. Yes, keys cannot be duplicated. No, keys are unique. Values can have duplicate. There is a question when to use what type of collection. If you are going to store the elements in the shopping cart, you can use the list. You are going to store the GPS location, you can use the tuple. You want to store unique website visitor, at the time you can use the set. You are going to store the customer information, at the time you can use the dictionary. Coming to some of the important interview questions here. What are Python collection data types? Python collection data types are used to store multiple values in a single variable. The four built-in collection data types are list, tuple, set, and dictionary. Which Python collection allows duplicate values? Multiple Python collection data types like list, tuple, set, dictionary. You can see that list allows duplicate values. Tuple also allows duplicate values, but set does not allow duplicate values. Dictionary allows duplicate values, but keys must be unique. Which Python collection stores data as a key value pair? A dictionary stores data as a key value pairs. Here I have given an example. Student equal to key name value Rahul, key marks value 95. Which Python collection is immutable? A tuple is immutable, which means that its elements cannot be changed after it is created. For example, colors equal to parenthesis of red, comma green, comma blue, parenthesis close. So this is a tuple which is immutable. Which Python collection automatically removes duplicate values? A set automatically removes the duplicate values. We have given an example also. Which collection would you choose for the following situations? In the shopping cart, you can use the list. If you want to store days of the week, it is a fixed data. At the time, you can use the tuple. If you want to store unique email addresses, at the time, you can use the set. You want to store student information like name, age, marks, etc. At the time, you can use the dictionary. Okay. So I have given a brief idea of collections data type. Again, in the upcoming lessons, we are going to cover in detail about each data type. Okay. Thank you. I will see you in the next lesson.